You've probably had that moment where you're scrolling through an endless feed and suddenly you stop. Something catches you. It might be a 10-second clip of someone making coffee, a quiet confession from a stranger, or a specific visual that feels strangely familiar. You don't just watch it. You feel a sudden urge to send it to someone else, or perhaps you just save it to a private folder where you keep things that resonate. Most of us think we're just killing time or looking for entertainment. We tell ourselves the algorithm is just doing its job, but the truth is a bit more personal. Every time you pause on a video and every time a video reaches millions of people, it's not because of a catchy song or a clever edit. It's because that video touched a nerve in our collective psychology that we often don't even know is exposed. When we see something go viral, we're witnessing a massive, silent conversation about identity. Think about the last video you shared. On the surface, it might have been a joke or a beautiful landscape, but beneath that action is a hidden meaning. By sharing it, you were quietly signaling something about who you are. You were saying, this is how I see the world, or this is the kind of humor I have, or even, I wish I could express this, but I don't have the words, so I'm using this video instead. We use viral content as a bridge to connect our internal world with the people around us. It's a form of emotional shorthand. It's easier to send a video that captures a specific type of melancholic nostalgia than it is to sit down and explain to a friend that you've been feeling a sense of loss for a version of yourself that no longer exists. This behavior points to a deeper pattern of how we seek validation. In a world where many of us feel increasingly invisible or misunderstood, a viral video acts as a mirror. When you see a million other people liking the same niche observation about overthinking or the specific way a certain light hits a room, it provides a profound sense of psychological safety. It's a quiet reminder that your internal experience isn't an anomaly. We gravitate toward these moments because they offer a temporary relief from the burden of being the only one. It isn't just about the content itself. It's about the relief of being seen without having to reveal ourselves directly. We hide behind the content, letting it speak for us, because being vulnerable in our own words feels too risky. And here's where it gets interesting. We often assume that videos go viral because they are the best or the most interesting. But the real reason isn't what most people think. It's not about the quality of the production. It's about the level of psychological projection the video allows. The most viral videos are often the ones that are slightly unfinished or those that leave enough space for the viewer to insert themselves into the narrative. They aren't complete stories, they are prompts. When a video is too polished or too specific to the creator, we stay as observers. But when a video feels raw or open-ended, we become participants. We aren't just watching a video anymore, we are living through it. The aha moment isn't that the video is good, it's the realization that the video is about you. This shift in perspective changes everything. It means that the viral phenomenon is actually a massive, decentralized map of human longing and fear. If a video about the peace of being alone goes viral, it's not because people suddenly like silence. It's because there is a collective unspoken exhaustion with the demands of constant social performance. The video becomes a permission slip. It validates a part of our identity that we might have been suppressing to fit in. This is why certain trends feel so dominant. They aren't just fads. They are the externalization of a psychological shift happening in real time across the globe. We aren't just consuming content. We are looking for evidence that our changing feelings are okay. Every 30 seconds or so, as you scroll, you are essentially performing a series of micro tests on your own identity. Does this represent me? Does this challenge me? Does this protect me? We often avoid videos that hit too close to a truth we aren't ready to face, just as much as we gravitate toward the ones that soothe our current anxieties. This constant filtering is a way of maintaining our internal equilibrium. If you find yourself drawn to videos of people organizing their lives, It might not be a sudden interest in interior design. It's more likely a response to a feeling of internal chaos, a way of seeking control by proxy. Watching someone else create order allows your brain to experience a hit of that order without you having to do the heavy lifting of facing your own mess. This pattern reveals that our digital lives are rarely about the other. Even when we think we're interested in a stranger's life, we are usually looking for a version of our own story reflected back at us. We are looking for the identity impact, the moment where a piece of media confirms a suspicion we had about ourselves or the world. This is why we feel such a strong pull toward authenticity, even when it's curated. We are starving for something that feels real because so much of our daily lives feels performative. When someone breaks that performance on screen, it feels like a breakthrough for us too. In the end, it was never about the views or the likes. It was never random. It was a pattern of human behavior trying to find a way to express itself in a digital landscape. When you see why things truly go viral, you stop seeing a feed of videos and start seeing a feed of human needs. You see the loneliness, the desire for beauty, the need for order, and the desperate hope to be understood. Understanding this doesn't mean you have to change how you watch, but it does mean that the next time you feel that urge to stop and stare at a screen, you might realize that what you're looking at isn't just a video. You're looking at a part of yourself that finally found a way to be heard. Once you see that pattern, you can't unsee it. And that awareness alone changes how you move through the digital world. It was never about the video. It was always about the person watching it. If this explains something for you, there's more to uncover. Understanding yourself is the beginning of everything.